welcome back. So I have always gotten the question, how do I grow hair out, or how do I grow my hair out? So I have developed 10 tips for you all to kind of follow. Now, this is just kind of like, in my opinion, this is what I have done. But these are tips that, they're like common tips that anybody can pretty much follow. Okay, so I have a little disclaimer. Now, genetics does play a huge part into hair growth. So some people hair can grow longer and thicker quicker than others. So I will say patience is key. You know, genetics plays a huge part. Okay. Tip number 1 is to get rid of your damaged ends, whether it's chemical, colored, or split ends. Like, get rid of it. There's no point of holding on to those ends, and like, what's the point? Okay, so like, you have split ends, right? Your ends are literally splitting. Okay, it's going to continue to split and split all the way up your hair strand. Okay, you need to cut it off so that, you know, like, once you cut it off, it pretty much seals it. Okay, so if you have damage from like chemicals, like relaxers, or, you know, whatever, chop it off. If you have damage from color, chop it off. Get rid of it, okay? Tip number 2, leave heat alone, okay? Leave it alone. Some heat is okay, but if you using heat excessively, like very often, that is no good. It's no good for your hair, okay? So minimize the heat you use. Like for me, I pretty much would straighten my hair maybe every 6 months. Okay, some people can go 4 months with no damage, but me personally, every like 6 months. Okay, but you definitely do not want to use excessive heat. You don't want to press your hair out once a week. You know, you don't want to just keep doing that. Now, some people hair can take heat better than others. Some people can press their hair out every 2 weeks, right? And they don't really have any damage. So I would pretty much just say, know your hair. You know, go based off of your hair. But for me personally, every 6 months. And plus, I like my natural curl pattern. So if you want to have a curl pattern, then minimize the heat. Okay. Tip number 3, treatments. I am a huge believer in doing treatments, whether it's a hot oil treatment, protein treatment, deep conditioning treatment, you know, whatever, hair mask. I am a believer of that. Okay. Your hair needs moisture. And in order for your hair to retain moisture, to get that moisture, you must do these treatments. I'm not a product junkie. I'm more of a do-it-yourself type of girl. So I do make my own hair mask. I do make my own hot oils. Yeah. But if you are a product type of person, I will say pay attention to the ingredients. Look at the ingredients. Know what's in these products, okay? So one thing I say look out for is alcohol and sulfate. Okay? If it's like a whole list paragraph full of like different stuff, I don't know. But if the ingredients have maybe about 10 or less ingredients, okay, cool. We make them roll with that. But definitely look at the product, look at the ingredients that's in these products. I would say stick to things that promote hair growth. For instance, jojoba oil, castor oil, peppermint oil, lavender oil, okay? Like I said, I am a DIY type of girl. I like to use things that's specifically for hair growth. I don't really care too much about products. Just because it says hair growth or whatever, I don't know. I like to make it myself because I know what ingredients I am putting into my hair. okay? Even for my hair mask, I use avocados because it has a lot of good vitamins in it and it's a good fat. I like to use eggs. So if I want to retain moisture but add moisture to my hair, I use those type of items, avocados, eggs. I actually did a video on a hair mask, so you can check that video out. But yeah, I like to use things that strictly promotes hair growth. Tip number 4, you need to be on a schedule, be on a regimen. Me personally, I will shampoo twice a month and I do my hair mask twice a month. So what I do is like every week it'll be, so like for instance, every Sunday, on a Sunday, I do a hair mask or a deep condition. The following Sunday, I shampoo my hair, just regular shampoo. The following week, deep conditions, hair mask or hot oil treatment. The following week, shampoo is normal, okay? So I'm on a schedule, right? Every, only twice a month, I'm doing my treatments. Then the other 2 times a month, it's just a regular shampoo. However, if I'm wearing a protective style, you know, braids or whatever, then it'll be like once a month. So shampoo once a month. So I have my braids in for like 3.5 weeks. Then I'll shampoo. But I will make sure I oil my scalp at least once a week while I have my braids in. You want to get on a schedule. You want to be on a regimen. You want to, like, I don't want to say train your hair, but you want to train your hair. You want to be on a schedule. You want to be consistent, right? Number 5 goes into these natural styles. If you are wearing protective styles, whether it's braids, sew-in, wigs, whatever, you still want to retain moisture. If you're wearing braids, now the thing is that when you're wearing braids, your hair is still exposed, right? For instance, I have braids in right now. My hair is still exposed through this braid. So what I do to protect my hair, I am oiling my scalp, and I'm wearing like protective scarves and stuff. So the thing is, when you have a sew-in, if you have leave out, well, this is not really a protective style, and I don't understand it. If you have a leave out, so you have a sew-in, right? But one section of your hair, your real hair, is out, and you constantly maybe pressing it, you're going over them strands. No. Now, if you want to have a leave out, I say maybe do like a curly style. If your hair is already somewhat curly or it is curly, then get curly weave. That way you can blend your hair with the weave. And you don't have to like put too many like products and you have to like really mess with it like that. Now, if you want to wear straight hair or you want to wear curls, do a full sew-in with a closure or do a unit. Okay? Tip number 6, wear a protective scarf. Okay? It doesn't make any sense to have cotton pillow, right? You're sleeping on a cotton pillow and your hair is just constantly rubbing against that cotton pillow for so many hours. Does that make sense to you? I didn't think so. What you want to do is either you can do a satin or silk scarf, a satin or silk bonnet, or you can get a satin or silk pillowcase. Okay? The pillowcase doesn't cost that much, maybe $2 or $3. If you don't want to buy a pillowcase, then you must wear those scarf, you must wear that bonnet. If you don't want to do any of that and your scarf consistently comes off at night, put that scarf over your pillow. Let that be your protective shield. Okay? But you must, like, it doesn't make sense for you to do all these different things to your hair. You moisturizing, hot oil treatment, deep conditions, this and doing that, but you land on cotton pillow. Like, you literally dry your hair out. You went through that whole process to You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. Tip number 7 is to trim your hair as needed. Now, usually I would say every 4 to 6 weeks, but that depends on how your hair grows. Some people do not need a trim as often as others. If you are one of them girls who have like your ends are very brittle and it just breaks off easily, then you may want to just kind of like, be consistent with that trim. But if you kind of girl who has hair that let's say you get like a blunt cut, right? And it grows out even, you may not need it as often. So trim your hair as needed. Tip number 8, you want to massage your scalp. So massaging your scalp promotes hair growth. You want to have that blood circulating. That blood circulation promotes hair growth. So whether you're doing your shampoos and conditioners, or your hot oil treatments, your hair masks, when you have those stuff in, massage the scalp. Massage the scalp. It promotes hair growth. So do it maybe like, twice a week, 3 times a week. You want to just do it often to get that blood flow. Tip number 9 is to know your hair type. Okay? A lot of women with 4C hair wants to idolize someone with 3A hair. It doesn't work that way, sis. It just doesn't. If you have hair that is a little bit more coarser and could be shorter, then you want to do things, you want to idolize someone who has hair like you, not someone with 3C hair or 3A hair, because it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so if you are a 3C girl, don't idolize someone who has 4C hair. Okay, do the things that helps your hair. And then tip number 10 is to hydrate. Drink lots of water. This is like watering your plant, okay? Your plant needs water to grow. Your hair needs water to grow, okay? Drink lots of water. You also want to eat right. You want to kind of incorporate lots of vegetables and fruits into your diet. Now, that really does play a huge part into hair growth. I'm a believer of that. I have seen it for myself. A small change in your diet can go a long way. One thing I see often is when women drink lots of alcohol. Alcohol is not good. Drinking lots of alcohol. And I mean, when I say lots of alcohol, I mean every other day you drinking alcohol. Like you have a drink. Every weekend you have a drink. Okay? Minimize the alcohol intake because that can cause a lot of dandruff. It can cause a lot of flakes. Like you don't want anything to clog up your scalp. Okay? So those are my 10 tips. I hope that it helps you all in some sort of way. If you guys want to know anything else, please comment below and I'll be gladly to do a video on it. Okay? Talk to you guys later.